But we will be deciding what we like the best. That's really all that we're asking you to do as judges, is just to decide which one you like the best. So right now, I can go formally over one of the judges' sheets. If you notice, it says group number. Well, you don't know what group it is. I'm gonna have to tell you that. And then you're gonna put your name eventually, and then the segment name. And at the top, it says 50 points for top pick. So I will tell you what group it is, and the groups will start, and then we will end a certain group. And what you're gonna do is to put at the very top the one you like the best. The next line will be for the one you like the second best. So that's 50 points for the one you like the best, 40 points for the one you like the next best, 30 points for the one you like the next best, 20 points for the one that you like the next best. I know it seems redundant. And then 10 points for the one that you like the fifth time, the least, exactly. Finish their story in under 4 minutes. And so if they don't do that, I'm gonna call time. And, and if I call time, you can put them in a certain slot, but we will take away points in the end if they went over their 4 minutes for the first round of competition. They've been told that they have to make a piece under 4 minutes long for the first round. Okay, I'm gonna bring out one of my writers in just a minute. I'm gonna go back and talk to them. The only thing that you all need to do is enjoy the food and the wine and the cake and all of that, and the music that is coming. And I will start bringing up writers, and you'll start hearing stories, and I'll tell you how we're gonna do the judging. And again, thank you, all of you, for coming out. This is a wonderful, wonderful event, and I intend to make sure that it's well worth your while. All right. So listen, I want us to get excited. I mean, this is a really exciting thing. I started this organization because I believe that we as a people, so a lot of times reading is promoted as the be-all and end-all of education. And I actually believe that that is not true, because I believe that you learn more from writing than you do from reading. What would have happened, for instance, when you were in school, if you would have been required to, in the morning, read books, but at night in the afternoon, write a book? Do you think your learning would have been different if in the morning you would have read a book and in the afternoon you would have wrote a book? I think you're right. Our learning would have been different, and it would have not been 12 years of consuming. School really did for me, as it was 12 years of consuming. And so it was with that energy that I started this group. So we have we're gonna have 3 groups of 4 presenters for each round, is how that's gonna work. But now here's the good news. You won't have to judge every single round, okay? Every round will have 10 judges, okay? Only 10 people. So right now, this sheet here, you're gonna say P1.
Margaret Coulter. The writing prompt is how can writers change the game of students who use profanity to address their teachers?
Okay, I think the prompt said something like,
it's about using the B word to address teachers. It wasn't just that word, but it was profanity.
Right, but it was saying that in today's world, children are calling their teachers the B word. That was her inspiration, and now she's finishing the story.
Terry, you should speak up, please.
Okay, she said, speak into the mic.
I think the mic is getting away from me. Can everyone hear me? Thank you. Writers can change the game of students using profanity to address their teachers by becoming, this is about writers, by becoming more aware that words they use carry great power. Words can tear down or build up. They carry a significant input upon the reader. Single syllable words expressing anger are quite easy for students because they are quick, powerful, and provide the user with tools of winning, a kind of putting someone in their place. Words can show or describe emotions. The greater the student's vocabulary, the more access they have to a larger choice of expressing words. Even when angry, which is most of the time when they choose one-syllable words. If a writer were using the pictures of the dancers, one was a picture of dancers, a writer could use these pictures to describe their feelings in a passage of how dancing has changed from many years ago to the current dance styles today, and use that new description to write how language has changed to what was acceptable then to what is unacceptable now. If the writer wants to apply the use of words to describe, there was a picture of a single woman in the picture speaking to a crowd. The woman had some type of skin erosion on it. It's like when the skin turns really, really light. I forgot the name of it. But it's a picture of a woman speaking to a group of people. The writer could use that picture, speaking to the crowd, the woman speaking to the crowd, to include how this woman came to talk to the crowd, because perhaps she was one of those people that people misunderstood and called her some pretty unhappy names because they didn't have the language to actually physically look at her and feel some level of curiosity or disgust or just what is that? Sometimes when we don't know the shade, we use what we do know. Writers can change, instead of them using words to uplift her physical image, they might choose some words that would be derogatory. Writers can change the game by actually creating games to challenge the student's ability to substitute words closer to their emotions without going over the edge. Finally, writers can actually plug into this wonderful social media that includes, I try to find the names of them, Tweaking, Texting, and Instagram, you know, all of the above. They can use that also to help students develop a wider vocabulary.
Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you, Margot, for explaining how teachers can change the game. All right, thank you so much. Come on up, Charity. Oh, that's Margot again. Margot for the judges. It's just okay. All right, now we have Charity Loving for the 10th. All right, hold on. Let me. So you tell them what the prompt is first. I don't time it.
The prompt is, every person is born to overcome something. We will call your prompt brick. What did you do to overcome your brick? Did you break it with a hammer or cover it with sand?
Okay.
And that's what I wrote on. My brick was cigarettes. Cigarettes. It all started when I was about 16. One of my classmates even showed me how to inhale and exhale. I only hung out with the kids that was cool, and I wanted to join them and smoke the way they smoked. By the time I turned 20, I was smoking a pack a day, except now I had to have coffee with my cigarette, and I was smoking with the adults. Now this went on for 30 years, which had always given me chills whenever I think about how long I smoked. things began to happen. Coughing, didn't have a cold. Could no longer smoke indoors. Sometimes couldn't smoke outdoors either. People act like they want to hit you in your head just for lighting up the square. Had to step out and smoke in cold weather. Then it got so you had to get away from the building. People got ugly. Then the chest pain started whenever I climbed stairs. People just complained about the cigarettes all the time. And then the cost started going up. Couldn't have a cigarette in peace without somebody asking you for one. Sometimes they wanted you to short, give them the one you were smoking when you got through with it. I really got sick of that one. Just come up to you and start asking for cigarettes. And I was getting tired of smoking too. It was just kidding, it was getting heavy on my chest, literally heavy on my chest. I was really tired. I attended this spiritual retreat, and one of the exercises was to write down on paper whatever it was that you wanted to get rid of, and pray over it. So I wrote down and prayed to remove the cigarette addict from my life. I didn't know what to expect. This was not the first time I prayed about cigarettes, but it was the first time I had written a request on paper. 5 or 6 months passed. I woke up one particular morning with a pain in my side. I went to the emergency room, and I was admitted and diagnosed with kidney stones. I was receiving treatment when I realized I hadn't had a cigarette in 2 days. Now that was unusual for me. I smoked every day. And then something said, this is your chance to stop smoking. Be accountable. I called my son and I said, throw all the ashtrays away and you can have a pack of cigarettes on my pack of squares on my dresser. He said, well, I got to keep one ashtray for me. So that was my chance to be accountable and to stop smoking. And then someone said, give yourself a chance. God is real. With his help, I broke a cigarette with a hammer and haven't smoked since.
All right. You brothers are being amazing. 325, they are going, okay? Come on, Lady Johnson. Thank you. All right, that's Lady Johnson.
I'm Lady Johnson, and I'm talking about people who can change the world, or who think they can change the world. And with part of this here to share with you all, I believe that Christians can change the world. And with knowing that Christians can change the world, I thank God for the Word of God, and it really stood out, the forcible right words that God gave to Job. And anytime you speak forcible right words, you can change lives. But sometimes we don't know how to use the right words. Some people think they cannot do things. Some people think they couldn't write. But Philippians 4:19 said we can do all things through Christ, which strengthens us. So, but a lot of people think that it's so hard to be a writer. But all you have to do is focus in, and you can change yourself from not being a writer to be a writer. And this is what people who think that they can change the world, you might have a gangbanger, you might have Christians, but gangbangers, drugs, this violence of the shooting, thinking that they can change the world. But I found out that the Word of God can change you and the world and me. So with doing that, you have to be strong. In Ephesians, the 6th chapter, he tells us, finally, my brother, you got to be strong in the Lord and the power of his might. You got to release your might. You cannot change yourself. You cannot change people. But if you use the Word of God, you can help people be changed. He said in John 3:16, which everybody probably know, God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, and whosoever believe in him should have shall not perish. So you got to walk in that peace. God said in St. John 14:27, peace I leave with you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth to you. I let not your heart be troubled, and God wants you to not be afraid. But a lot of times people try to do it and walk in deceit, but the Bible said, let no man deceive you. Jeremiah brings it out real clear. Jeremiah 17:9 says the heart is desperately wicked, and above all, and who can judge it? So in order to change the world, you got to be consistent yourself. And how you become consistent in changing the world, you got to get your mind changed. Romans, the 12th chapter. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, so that you can see the transformation that comes to you first, and you got to do it by example. And a lot of people try to change people's lives, and they have not allowed God to change their lives. And one of my favorite scriptures that I want to leave with you all, it works. Matthew 6:33, he said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all of his righteousness, and he would add all those things unto you. And what was so profound about Muhammad Ali, he was a professional fighter. He had significance of celebrating sports. The 20th century as of the greatest boxer. He had confidence in himself. And when you get Christ in your life, you walk in confidence. And Muhammad Ali walked in his confidence. So the people allowed him to stand out, and he stood out because he believed God. He believed in himself. He believed that nobody can challenge him. And when not being able to challenge him, he would say that he would flow like a butterfly, but sting like a bee. And in his hand, he can hit, but with his eyes, he can see. So a lot of times we don't see that we can do certain things and we can change certain things. And my last part of my writing was they had a picture of Jesus that they demonstrated. Jesus is the ultimate. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but by me.
Hallelujah.
All right, thank you. But you just went over. I'm telling the judge.
It ain't gonna knock me.
Okay, well.
Oh, it was just good.
Okay.
You know when it get good to you. But anyway, it's just so good to know that you can fight the good fight of faith. And walking with God, Muhammad Ali fought the good fight of faith.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, judges, you do have to take our points. You went over. That's how it works. The rules are the rules. Okay, thank you. So now, the last one in this group is Joy Payne, and she'll tell us what her inspiration is. Okay, so just so you can introduce, I don't start the timer after you have told them what your stuff is. Okay.
My name is Joy Payne. The prompt I did was, every person is born to overcome something we will call your brick. What do you think your brick does? Does it break? Do you break with a hammer or a couple of sand? And I said,
So you starting now?
yes.
Okay. Ready?
What I do with my brick is build a bridge. With enough bricks, we together can make a strong foundation. When I work on my part of the bridge, I want my brick to be at the base of the bridge. My brick will hold other bricks up. My brick is built not on sinking sand, but on a solid rock. This bridge is where, on one side, you start your journey. You can meet all kinds of builders helping you across the bridge. Some are leaders, some are neighbors, some teachers, some people like me to see you cross the bridge. You will see your family and friends there too. They usually are walking with you. Yes, so many people help you. Yes, so many people help you with this bridge. We make brick by brick in every step
Okay, that's the whole group, right? I'm not. He's one of our helpers, okay? Grisby, Grisby. Gamero, so what was your inspiration? What was you in, which prompt did you pick?
The ATM of 2019 dispenses cash.
Okay.
What does your ATM in your imagination dispense in your community in 2030?
Hold on. You got that one? Say it very slow. Say it again.
The ATM of 2019 dispenses cash. ATM in your imagination dispenses in your community in 2030.
So, let me, y'all get that time? Hold on, okay, girl. It's my prompt, so I'll slow down. What I said was that the ATM right now dispenses cash. In your imagination, what does the ATM distribute or dispense in 2030? Make it up. What does it have in it? What is coming out of it? That's what he's gonna speak on. Okay? All right, go.
ATM in 2030. It's called the ATM of hope and love. To infinity and beyond, come make a withdrawal some of this hope that is given to the average person wanting to get off though. Yes, you tried several times, but continue to lose your grip on life's rope. There's no need to mope because your life is bigger than you're preserving it like clothes in the tote. Yes, your family have even treated you worse than materials. Come make a withdrawal of some of this love that will make you feel like an alliance. To the point you feel like your life has importance. This love is so genuine that it gives you relevance, that gives you the support to know that your life has significance, that even shows throughout your existence. Because after you made a withdrawal of some hope, you have a life preserver. Now you can stay on top of the water in this life to keep afloat. Also, came back to get some love to the point you feel like God came from above just to give you a hug. And this was all from the ATM of hope and love.
All right. Thank you. All right. And y'all, you know he was under 4 minutes. He's like kept it real short. Okay, thank you. That was very well done. Thank you. Next, come on up, Tina. Come on up, and she's gonna give you her name. It's Tina West. Let's give Tina a hand.
My name's Tina West.
Okay. What was your inspiration?
The very last one over there.
Okay.
About the jog in the park.
Okay. You wanna read it just right over there? It says,
Twice a week, you jog around your local park, jogging a path for exercise. Not very long. Again, I can
Okay. Okay, it's that one over there, and okay, I'll explain it. So, it says that you are jogging around your job, and you come upon a cave, and you have to decide whether or not you should go in. That's not it?
It's about the invention.
Oh, okay. Oh, you have not, okay. Will you bring it down?
Twice a week, jog around your local park's jogging path for exercise. Not very long ago, as you were jogging, a brilliant idea for an invention came to you. What was the invention idea? And why did it come to you while jogging?
Okay, so what is the invention and why did it come to you while we were jogging? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Don't I, y'all? Can we give our hand?
Yeah.
All right.
I found a picturesque park to jog in that has trees that remind me of my childhood. I went there twice a week where I could breathe fresh air, calm my spirit, and come up with amazing ideas. I had an amazing idea. I figured all of these people in my neighborhood, city, country, all over the world eats food, loves food. Actually, we can't live without food. So why not combine the debit card with the voting app attached to it? At the grocery stores, restaurant, even at your home, you have an attachment on your stove and your microwave. Here's how it works. The government sends all registered voters a debit card in the mail with the app already downloaded. If you have not registered to vote, you will not be able to drive or buy restaurant food. The only food you can eat will be fruit, vegetables, and water provided by the government. No sweets, no sweets. You may use your card for early voting or same-day voting only. When you purchase any food or install the attachment on your microwave or your stove, the app will appear and it will have the same voting details that the voting booth has. Your choice, the party you're affiliated with, and once you vote, the card will disintegrate. And you can never use it again. Even the Russians can't hack it. Can you imagine how many voters we can reach with this invention? I smiled to myself, jogged over to the new soul food restaurant across the street, took out my debit card and bought some food.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay. All right, and everybody's been on their time. All right. The third person in group 2 is going to be Joy Payne. You wanna go next? No, oh, no, I'm sorry. The next person in this group is gonna be Michael Gunn. Come on up, Michael. Come on up, let's give him a hand. And Michael, tell him your name a couple times and spell it.
My name is Michael Gunn, Michaelgunn, like Peter Gunn. The piece that I got from the wall is, every person is born to overcome something we call your brick. What did you do to your brick? Did you break it with a hammer, or cover it in sand, or describe something else? As a child, I stuttered. My father loved me, but he didn't like me. He usually called me stupid. That's all I knew. And then came Booker. Booker was a sergeant who befriended me when I was in the Army. He saw the group of guys that I was running with. He asked me to come with him to the education center. I was reluctant because he wanted to have me tested. The next night, I had to come back for the results. It was a rainy Friday night. After the results were read, I ran out the building to the nearest payphone in the pouring rain. And I called my father. In a tearful voice, I said, "Daddy, I'm not stupid. I broke a brick."
Hello, my name is Aisha, but I go by Isha. That's E-S-H-A.
Slowly.
E-S-H-A.
That's what I told her, right? Okay. All right, what's your last name?
Montgomery. It's very long. It's M-O-N-T-G-O-M-E-R-Y.
Okay. So what was your inspiration?
What make money in the world go round.
Okay, so let's read it. Can we get that one read completely?
I think it was on history.
Okay. Some people say that, but is that the one?
This one here.
Some
Some people believe that money makes the world go round, but I say that it is.
Okay, so it says some people believe that money makes the world go round, but I say that it is, and now she's gonna start us story.
So, money is hell's bread. You may consume it, but you never really feel fed. At least that's what my daddy said. His father used to watch the news till the TV went off, the American flag comes on and silence envelops the block. He was a preacher man, looking forward to a building not made by a man's hands. Damn near gave up house to save grandmama from the reaper. But when it was her time to go, we knew only God could keep her. I wept, but my father cried for years. Dried up tears spilling over onto the outside. A man living but dead on the outside. Money made the world go round, but it couldn't keep my grandparents alive. And so every day, I watched their grandchildren die, little by little, till the sadness of an indescribable pain eat you alive. A life without Big Mama is a life that is hard and cold, living with the fact that I never have her hands to hold, but I have her eyes though, and her beautiful soul. Something that money can't buy and fame can't hold. Grab your loved ones and never let them go. Part of me is scared of living in poverty and going insane. Imagine Einstein with no brain. See, I'm a woman with a master's degree, unwilling to be tamed. So sometimes when people meet me, they think that a person like me is strange. But I just tell them I'm normal. I'm just doing me, trying to live a life of peace and tranquility, but money, it tries to eat me alive. It steals what we need, but tells us that we still need it to survive. Don't feed into white man's lies. I'm done.